Dick Dawkins's book, The God Delusion, in the first year of its release alone, sold over 1 million copies. And it was translated into 31 languages. In order to keep up appearances and maintain the monkey business, Dick reduced himself to an idiot, whilst trying to carry the balls of a black African bishop, by saying something stupid, like,
I'm an ape.
Yeah.
Are you, Bishop?
I'm not.
Okay.
Definitely I'm not. I'm special. Made in the image of God, in the creative mind of God, creative as God is, who made me. That's the difference between the ape and me.
Well, I'm an ape. I'm an African ape.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud to be an African ape.
Yeah.
And so should you be.
I'm an ape man, I'm an ape man, no, I'm an ape man, why did I do this? And I'm a King Kong man, I'm a voodoo man, no, I'm an ape man. I don't feel safe in this world no more. I don't wanna die in a nuclear war. I wanna sail away to a distant shore and act like an ape man.
I would like to put all of what I've shared with you in this series in perspective by saying the cancer disease is a $500 billion a year industry. There is no money to be made in curing the disease, but only in treating it. Likewise, archaeology is a multi-billion-dollar a year industry. As long as Dick Dawkins is out there claiming he's an African ape and looking for the missing link, he will get paid. If they ever do find the missing link, they will all be, as one would say, out of a job.
After Dr. Caroline Crocker simply mentioned intelligent design in her cell biology class at George Mason University, her promising academic career came to an abrupt end.
My supervisor invited me into his office. He said, I'm going to have to discipline you for teaching creationism. And I said, I mentioned intelligent design on a couple of slides, but I did not teach creationism. He said, nonetheless, you have to be disciplined. At the end of the semester, I lost my job.
Not only did this well-loved professor lose her job at George Mason, she suddenly found herself blacklisted, unable to find a job anywhere.
So whenever I interviewed for a job, I would be offered it, usually on the spot. Since this has happened, and since people can Google my name, I'm finding that when I send my credentials, I do get interviews, I get many interviews, but I never get offered a job. I don't tell them about my science sin. I was only trying to teach what the university stands for, which is academic freedom.
I'm an old guy, I have tenure, I'm academically safe, but the young people and what is happening to them in America right now because of this scientism gulag is really terrible.
Apparently, Professor Marks was not as safe as he thought. A few months after this interview, Baylor University shut down his research website and forced him to return grant money once they discovered a link between his work and intelligent design.
In order to attract grants, you have to market yourself. So you put up sites and call yourself labs and groups and things like that in order to get visibility. And in my entire experience in academia, I never went to any superior and asked them any permission to put up any of these labs. So the fact that this was singled out, let alone shut down, is jaw-dropping. It's astonishing. I have never been treated like this in my about 30 years in academia.
You're a bad boy. You question the powers that be.
What was Dr. Sternberg's crime? He dared to publish an article by Dr. Stephen Meyer, one of the leading lights of the intelligent design movement. The paper ignited a firestorm of controversy merely because it suggested intelligent design might be able to explain how life began. As a result, Dr. Sternberg lost his office, his political and religious beliefs were investigated, and he was pressured to resign.
People were so upset about it. They were so upset that you could see they had a physical emotional reaction.
Wow.
I was viewed as an intellectual terrorist.
Terrorist.
Because of giving the topic of intelligent design some modicum of credibility.
People really get emotional about this. Whenever you say intelligent design in a room of academics, them's fighting words.
Creationists.
Astronomer Guillermo Gonzalez found himself in a fierce shootout with Iowa State University following the publication of his book, arguing that the universe is intelligently designed. Despite a stellar research record that has led to the discovery of several planets, his application for tenure was denied, putting his career in jeopardy.
I worried about my tenure a little bit in 2005 when the petition was being circulated because I viewed that as a strategy of Hector Avalos and his associates to try to poison the atmosphere on campus against me because he knew I wasn't tenured yet and I was very vulnerable. I have little doubt that I would have tenure now if I hadn't done any professional work on intelligent design.
Dr. Gonzalez had this advice for scientists who might be thinking about following his example.
If they value their careers, they should keep quiet about their intelligent design views.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to play the next video as we have come to the end of this chapter. I thank